Now voting is underway in Mbombela in the 6th local government elections. Now Deputy ANC President David Mabuza cast his vote in Barberton a bit earlier. Lindokuhle Xulu is monitoring the situation there and joins us now. Lindokuhle, how has voting been in Mbombela?
So far so good, as we understand from the IEC here in Mbombela. You were right in saying we witnessed Odidi Mabuza, the Deputy President of the country, casting his vote earlier on and just sharing sentiments that really today is about ensuring that we live up and uphold the democracy that we fought for so hard. He's speaking about how it was not attained easily. So he has encouraged people to go out and vote. But like I said, from there we moved to different and various stations, just getting a sense really of how it's going, different political parties outside, political party agents, that is, and people just trickling in terms of these stations. But we want to get a clearer perspective and a sense really of how it's going in terms of the numbers. Turnout, obviously, one of the concerns when you talk about local government elections as well as just voting. Let's speak now to Umama Ugugu Langa from IEC here in Mbombela. Mama, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, did you encounter any problems? How is voting going at this stage?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, viewers. In Mpumalanga, I can assure that everything is going smooth. So far, we don't have any challenges. Whatever that we're doing is running very smooth. We're monitoring the situation. We have 1,786 stations. All the stations open in time, except for 2, which did not open in time due to community protest. One is in Mkondo, Ward 13, Moving Church. They are protesting because of the ward demarcation issue. They don't want to be in that ward. Then the other one is Mdumiseni in Ward 7, City of Mbombela. They barricaded the road because of service delivery. But after 30 minutes, those stations were open and they are fully operational.
Talk to us about the numbers. A lot of people are concerned about people turning out. We know that there's over 1.9 million people that have registered, but what are you seeing so far? The last time I checked, this was around 20%. Give me a sense of how the numbers are looking in terms of people that are actually coming to the stations.
As of now, we're sitting at 24%. We're almost approaching 500,000. We understand that most of the people, they like to go to the stations when we are about to close. So I can say we're still expecting a high 10 vote up that will be coming in the next few minutes before we close the station.
And just going to that, you said that the IEC will be ensuring that while or if there are still lines or queues outside, that you will not stop operating at 9 as it is stipulated in some of the information that you've given us.
Definitely, if you are still within the ward boundaries, you will be allowed to cast your vote up until the last person has casted his or her own vote. Then we will close the station.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you
very much. That is the PEO of Mpumalanga, just giving us a sense, really, a roundup of how things are looking. And I can tell you that speaking about 22% in terms of voter turnout, that's not even 500,000. That is the voters here in Mbombela. But there are 1.9 million people that have registered. But what they are saying is that they are used to the trend of people going in the 11th hour or in the last hours of voting, and they're expecting that there'll be a rush in that regard. But certainly saying that some of the challenges they had were minor and they have since been sorted out.
Interesting. Lindo, I heard you a bit earlier also slipping in a question there with the Deputy President around factions and political killings in the province. But he seemed to dismiss that and just say they have the Electoral Committee to deal with that, although he's somebody who's quite familiar with the issues around politics in that province. What did you make of that?
He really didn't want to go into the details of the factions here, but basically saying that the issues of the ANC that are still underlying when it comes to after or post the voting will certainly be sorted out. When we asked him specifically about a province that has seen many leaders just calling for the NEC to come and intervene in some of the factional battles that are playing out in the public domain and obviously disrupting many things, including the Xing of MECs and all of that, he really didn't want to go into that, but he said that as a promise promise from the ANC is that any disputes, whether councillor candidates or otherwise, they will be attending to it after the elections. What they were saying is basically to say that for now, put it under the rug and let us get through the voting process. Afterwards, we're expecting that there'll be some movement in terms of the sorting out of these issues, but certainly it's not going to be an easy one in terms of the factions of the ANC here, because high-profile members of the government are actually involved here, and it does require some form of NEC intervention. But he did not say anything about that. He just said that they will be sorting out and cleaning up house when it comes to, after the elections, some of the disputes they have in terms of internal ANC factional battles.
No, thank you very much, Lindokuhle, and we trust and believe that you'll be on that beat asking all the right questions. Well, that's it from me.